At Gadget User, I'm reviewing the SNOOZ white noise machine, which is a device targeted to people who like to fall asleep to the sound of a fan, but is also aimed at people who want to stay asleep longer and get to sleep faster. The SNOOZ sets itself apart from other white noise machines because instead of using a low-quality audio looping track and poor-quality speakers, it uses an actual fan that's designed to make noise rather than blow air. This has the advantage of not making you cold in the winter months, and throughout my time of testing the SNOOZ, I tried to find where the air may enter or exit the unit, but I couldn't, so this is still a mystery for me. The SNOOZ has a fabric exterior as well as a plastic top and bottom. It also has 3 capacitive touch buttons on the top that control the volume of the white noise that the SNOOZ produces, as well as turning the white noise on and off. Underneath the fabric exterior, there's a sturdy plastic ring. When twisted, this controls the tone of the white noise that the SNOOZ produces. The SNOOZ also has a non-removable power cable coming out the back. The SNOOZ measures at just over 14 centimeters in diameter, just over 8 centimeters in depth, and weighs half a kilogram. The cord that the SNOOZ comes with is 180 centimeters long and terminates into an American-style power outlet, so you will need an adapter to use the SNOOZ in Australia. The SNOOZ has a minimum volume of 46 decibels and can get as loud as 87 decibels. For reference, this is about as quiet as a refrigerator and can get as loud as heavy traffic. The SNOOZ also comes in 2 colours, being cloud and charcoal, and I have the cloud here today. It is stated that the SNOOZ is good for masking the noise from neighbours, hotel lobbies, barking dogs, close by freeways, or even snoring partners. However, I also use the SNOOZ just to have some consistent background noise when I was doing my daily tasks like studying or writing this review, for example. Throughout my testing, I've found the SNOOZ to be quite good at masking most sounds. The box of the SNOOZ is quite unassuming, but when you open it up, the box hinges to present the SNOOZ to you. Taking the SNOOZ out of the box, we can see that the cable is attached to the underside, and there's also some documentation and an eye mask to accompany the unit. This eye mask is quite average in quality, but I dare say quite a few Gadget users would actually use it. Setting up the SNOOZ is extremely simple. All you have to do is plug it in. That's it. Once the SNOOZ is plugged in, it's ready to go. You can press the power button and it will start producing white noise. So my experience using the SNOOZ at night, how it's intended to be used, has proven quite effective. I cannot accurately say how long it took me to fall asleep with or without the SNOOZ, but I can say on the mornings after I did use the SNOOZ, I felt more refreshed and I felt like I woke up less. I can definitely say that I felt better in the mornings after a night of using the SNOOZ. During the nights, I set the SNOOZ to its quietest and deepest setting, as this is what I found most relaxing. However, I have noticed at this volume setting, the difference between facing towards and away from the SNOOZ is the difference between hearing it and not hearing it. Using the SNOOZ is quite intuitive in my opinion. It is very simple to use in its basic form, only requiring you to turn it on and choose a volume and tone for the white noise. However, the app that accompanies the SNOOZ is also very simple and easy to use. The scheduling feature in the app for the SNOOZ works very well, allowing you to pick start and stop times for the white noise, as well as allowing you to select up to a 5-minute fade in and fade out period so that the white noise doesn't abruptly start or stop. You can also set multiple different schedules, for example, if you wake up and go to sleep at different times on different days of the week. I personally found that using the SNOOZ through my daily activities calmed me, especially in those times of life where it gets really busy. The SNOOZ also comes with an app for both iOS and Android, which allows you to control all the features of the SNOOZ that have hardware buttons, except tone, as well as some other useful features. The first of these features is picking how bright the lights on the top of the SNOOZ are. You can pick between 3 brightness levels, as well as dark mode, which turns the lights off. As I stated before, you can also set timers for the SNOOZ, as well as fade in and fade out times for the white noise. This is also useful if you want the white noise to stop at some point during the night, and so that it doesn't abruptly stop and wake you. It can also be useful if you want the white noise to start before you enter your bedroom at night, so that you can get into that sleepy mindset before you go to bed. Lastly, before all the miscellaneous settings, the app allows you to calibrate how loud the SNOOZ can be without being dangerous. The app does this by having you place the SNOOZ where it's going to be and your phone where you're going to sleep or where a baby is going to sleep. The snooze will then start producing white noise, and your phone will determine how loud the snooze can get in that position before it becomes too loud and dangerous. Now let's take a look at what I think the main pros and cons are for the snooze. Looking at the pros, firstly, I think that the genuine sound that the snooze produces is miles ahead of the competition that just uses a speaker and an audio track that loops. As I stated before, this sound is so much better and there's really no competition. Next, I feel that the control that the snooze provides over the volume and the tone of the white noise is a great selling point. This, combined with the fact that there's physical controls and you don't have to use an app to access these features, only adds to this pro in my opinion. My final pro for the snooze, in my opinion, interestingly, is the design that they have implemented. I feel that the design of the snooze is minimalistic and unassuming enough that it will fit in most bedrooms, and it's so unassuming that most people would see it and not question it being there. Now, taking a look at the cons for the snooze, firstly and foremostly, I do not like that there is no battery option for this device. I feel like if I was to change one thing about the snooze, I'd like there to be either a user replaceable battery option or a rechargeable battery within the device so that you could use the snooze on the go without a power adapter. Secondly, I feel that the fact that there is no adjustment for the tone within the app is a little bit of an oversight for this device. However, I feel like I can forgive this, seeing as that the tone seems to be entirely mechanical in this situation. Please bear in mind though that I haven't opened up this device and I have no idea on how it's constructed on the inside. As a side note, when you are adjusting the tone on this device, the fabric ring does move quite a lot as it is not attached particularly well. This I feel isn't a huge gripe, but it is another con of the device in my opinion. However, this is a very minute complaint, but it does catch me off guard at times. My final con for this device is that it only produces one type of noise. Now, this doesn't bother me at all, but if you are going to spend your hard-earned money on a device such as this, there are other options on the market that do produce other forms of noise, namely pink and brown. Now, this is something that you're going to have to research yourself, but now do bear in mind that these devices may have a slew of their own pros and cons, and I definitely feel that they're not going to be as good at producing white noise as the snooze. To summarize, the snooze is an amazing little white noise machine that definitely helped me sleep. I would rate this product 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I would genuinely recommend it to a Gadget user who has trouble sleeping.